So let us jump into one of the most powerful concepts in JavaScript, which is called object-oriented programming, abbreviated as OOP. Okay, so object-oriented programming is a way of writing code that organizes it into objects, and these objects are bundled together data, which are called the properties, and behaviors, which are called the methods. Okay, and think of it like a real world object, which is like a car which has properties like color, model, and methods like a drive and stop. Okay, so let us see one of the examples. So here we can create it like this: constant car. Let us create a car object. So this car object, it can have these things. It can be having a brand and a brand. For here, let us use Toyota. Okay, let us use Toyota, and also it can be having color. The color, okay, the color for this car, let us give it red. Okay, it's one of my favorite colors. It is one of my favorite color. So it can also have the methods. These are called the properties. These ones, the properties. These ones are properties. So it can also be having methods. Methods which are in form of functions. Okay, so here it can also have methods like drive. It can be having a method like drive, and this one create it like this function. Okay, like this one function, and then here inside here it can say, let us say console.log. Then here the car is moving. The car is moving like that. Okay, so it can also have something like to stop. Stop. Okay, here you can have function like this function here, console.log. The car is stopping. It can also stop. Okay, so here I have to provide that one. Okay, so here we can use these methods like this, the methods of the car, like this car. Okay, dot, we can call them, we can use them like this. We can access the brand, we can access the color, we can access the drive method, we can access the stop method. Okay, so car dot, let us access the drive method. Okay, like this, drive, we can call it like that. And if we save, we get the car is moving. We get this one. We get this code is run. Okay, this code inside the curly brackets. Inside the curly brackets of this function, this method is run. Okay, so we can also access the brand like this. So let us console.log, because this one is going to be in form of a string. Console.log car dot, let us get the brand. Okay, like that, and then we get the brand as Toyota. Oh, I forgot Toyota. Okay, like that, Toyota. Okay, so we get Toyota there. Okay, so but why should you use object-oriented programming? You should remember that object-oriented programming organizes code into manageable pieces. Okay, it organizes your code into manageable pieces. Okay, and you can also reuse code through inheritance, and you can also reduce repetition. Okay, and it makes programs easier to maintain. Okay, so after organizing your code into manageable pieces. Okay, so let us see how you can create objects. There are many different ways to create objects in JavaScript. Okay, so let us take a look at number one, which is the use of object literals. Okay, so let us take a look at that. Okay, let us take a look at that. So here we have it right like here. So here we can see even this example that we have here. It is we have used object literals here, right here. Okay, right here, as you can see here, we are using a method which is called the object literal way of creating objects. Okay, this is the first method. Okay, we can also do it like this, like this. So let us create a constant. And let us give it a name which is for a person, okay, and this person, okay, no, let me show you. I'm showing you one or another way, but instead of a person, let us create this one as a user. Okay, you know, it is the example that I have in my head. So new, we can use the new keyword, the new keyword. Okay, so new, here we can use the object like this, this object like that. Okay, this one like this, object, then the parenthesis, which will help us to create a new object. And here, after creating it, we can then provide some properties. So for example, user dot, we can give it a name like that. Name, let us give it a name which is John. Let us give it that name. Then here we can also add the user dot say hi like that. Then here we can have a function like that. Then the function can have a function like that, and we can provide console.log, console.log. This person can say hi to the users, hi, okay, like that. And then here we can use it like this. We can call user, use, we have called this use, require react, no. Okay, so use user dot, let us call user dot say hi like that. Okay, so and if we run it, we get undefined. Yes, because it is undefined. Okay, so let us create, instead of console logging it, let us do this, say hi, we get hi. Okay, as you can see, we get hi out. Okay, so this code is being run, this one. Okay, so how can we get the name? So we can get the name like this, name like that, and this one we need to console.log out it. Okay, Control X, then we use the console.log out that name. Okay, so if we do that, we get John. Okay, as you can see. So let us look at another way of creating objects. So here we can use a constructor function. Okay, a constructor function. So for example, here when you're using constructor function, let us go do remove all these ones. Okay, so let us see how we can use the constructor function. So here we can have a function here like this. Then we can say that this is a function for a person, which is a constructor. Then this person has a name, has a age like that. Okay, so this one we use the this keyword refers to the object that is calling the function. It refers to the object that is calling the function. Okay, so let me show you. Let me show you how we can use this. Okay, this dot, we can have the name. Then we want this name to be equals to this name that we are going to pass. Okay, that we are going to pass. Okay, so we can write it there. Okay, and also we can have this dot h, which is equals, let us give it the h there. Okay, so we want to make you understand it clear. Okay, so here we can come and we start using our object, which is the person that we have created here. Okay, so here we can use it like this. We can use const, then let us person1 here. Let's give it person1. Then this person1, we are going to create a new person. We are creating a new person, but this new person has a has a name, which is Omar. Then has age, which is 25, and then after there we can come and access these properties. Okay, so console.log, we want to console.log person1, but we want to access the name like this, name. Okay, so if we save, we get Omar out like that. Okay, so that's how we can do it. We can also access the age like this, age, and we say, if we save, we get 25 out. Okay, so that's how we can use the constructor functions. Let us look at another concept, which are called the prototypes. Okay, in JavaScript, objects can inherit features from other objects using the prototypes. Every function in JavaScript has a prototype property. Okay, so let us take a look at that. So here we can create a function. Let us first remove all this code, So here we can create another function here for the animal like that, animal. Then here we can give access the type. Here we provide a parameter, which is the type. Then here, down here, we can have this dot type. This dot type is equals to the type. Okay, so here we want to use the prototype. Okay, so down here we can have the animal. Let us call the animal dot proto. As here, as you can see, we are getting this prototype property. Okay, this prototype function. So here dot prototype dot, we can have this animal can speak. Okay, so let us say this animal can speak. Yes, it can speak. Let us create a function here. Okay, and then let us create that one. So here let us console.log, console.log. But can animals speak? Yes, they can speak. Okay, they can speak. For example, let us say okay, let's use this one. Okay, so let's use the $sign, this one. So let us say this dot. Let us use the type. Let us access the type. The type makes a sound. Okay, so it makes a sound. Okay, like that. Yeah. Okay, like that. Then after doing that, it can make a sound. Okay, so this one here we can now start using it. For example, we have our animal here, which is called a cat. Okay, this cat, we can create a new what? We create a new animal. Okay, animal. Oh, guys, do you know that we can be gods? Programmers are considered gods, guys. They are considered gods because they can create everything from scratch. Now we are creating our own animal, guys. So let us create our animal. Okay, this animal is of the type cat. Okay, this type is of the type cat, and every animal can speak. So let us access this speak. Okay, this speak method like this, speak like that. Okay, let us access it like that. And if we save, what do we get? We get nothing. What's wrong? Okay, so cat makes a sound. Yes, a cat makes a sound. Meow, meow. Guys, I cannot make a catty sound. The catty sound because I'm sick. Yeah? I'm somehow sick. Yeah. I'm somehow sick, but I'm obsessed with teaching. So even if I'm sick, I'll continue teaching you. Even if I die, I'll continue teaching you. Don't worry. Okay, so here we have so have you seen how we have created it? We have created it like this. So we have created our function, which is the animal, and this one takes a parameter, which is the type. Then this one, we come here and we use this keyword to refer to the function. Okay, so to use this parameter, so we get the type. So this type, this type is going to store that type. Okay, so now so that we can get access to it, yeah? to that type. Okay, when we pass it. So here we came here and we use the prototype. Okay, so like this. Okay, dot animal dot prototype dot speak. Okay, this is the method that we want. Dot speak equals to function, then equals to this one. Okay, so we can also do this. Can we do this? Yeah. So that is it. That's another way how we can create a function, how we can create objects in JavaScript. So let us look at this. Okay, in ES6, okay, in JavaScript ES6, there was introduction of class syntax, which is a cleaner way or to write object-oriented code. Okay, so if you know classes, these ones you can forget about them, but don't forget about them. Okay, like this one, it is one of the simplest way. Like this one, it is one way. Like this one, it is one of the easiest way. You should not forget about these ones. You can create your objects like this. Okay, simple objects like this. Okay, don't forget about them. Just know that they exist. So let us get to know how to use classes. So let me delete all those. But don't delete them from your brain. Okay, so here we use the class keyword. Okay, this is the structure. Let me see for the okay, class definition. So it is like this. It is like this. Okay, so we use this is the structure. So we use the class keyword, okay, to define the class, to create a class. Then here we provide the name, like on a function. For the function, we use the function, and then we provide the function keyword, and then we provide the name. Okay, but here we don't use the parentheses. Instead, we just remove those parentheses and we use the curly braces, the curly brackets. Okay, so after doing that, inside the function can have a constructor, or it cannot have a constructor. This constructor can be used, this one. So let me show you something here. If we try to remove these parameters here, this class we can pass in a class we can pass parameters. Okay, so but this one, let me not pass parameters. These parameters we pass, remember, we pass these parameters in this constructor. It must have this keyword constructor. Okay, it must have this keyword constructor. Okay, and this is where our code, when we call our class, this object, this class, this one, the code inside here, it is the one that is going to first run. Okay, it is going to run. Okay, if we have other functions here, like we can have name, we can have function, we can have function for what? We want to get name, we want to get age, like that. If we have this function, it will not run. Okay, it will not run. Okay, unless we call it. We call it. Even if we call the class and we don't call this function, it will not run. This function will not run. Okay, but this one here, it will run. Okay, it will run. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it will run. Okay, and tokenize a constructor method accessory objects was expected. Okay, constructor method access property was expected. Okay, so let us see how this constructor works. Okay, so here let us console.log, we are logging out something on the screen. Okay, we are logging out hello, like that. So after there, we can come here and we create our object here. So here we have let us call it person there. Then here we can create a new person, a new name. Let us use new name. No, your name. But here let us create a person, new person here, like that. And then here we don't have any parameters there. So here we can come here. Let us name this one as a person, like that. Okay, so if we do this and we run our program, as you can see, we get hello. Okay, we get hello because this one has been run. This code has been run immediately after using. Immediately, if we try to initiate, if we try to create a new object, this one is going to be run. Okay, it's going to be run, and if it is not there, like this, and we save, nothing to be run. Even if we have something like this. Okay, let us create another one, constant head a like this, function like this. So here we have okay, something like this. Okay, so here if we want to create functions here, we just write the name of the function like this. We just write function here. We can just write the name. So for example, speak like that. And if we don't call this function, for example, if it has, can console.log, we can say if this function can say I can speak like that. If we don't call this function and we save our program, it is not going to run. The code, there is nothing that is going to run unless we come here and we say person dot, we want to call that speak, to speak. If we do that, we get I can speak printed out. Okay, so this code is now run. Okay, so if we want to provide parameters, so these parameters we can provide them under the constructor. So for example, here we can have the name, and here we can have the age like that. So here, if we do this, if we just run like this, it will run, okay? It will run. But even if we do this, okay, as you can see, there is nothing that has been run, okay? But if we try to access it here, this we use this dot name. I think you are now aware of about that. This dot name, then we get the name. We set it to be the name of this one. Then we can use this dot age. This dot age here, we can provide the age. So the age like that, okay? So if we do this, okay, and if we want, you can console.log. This program, remember, this program runs immediately we create a new object, okay? So here console.log, what do we want console.log out? Want to console.log the name, then here we can provide the name here, provide the name, okay, there, or we can provide, can use this, let us use this, okay, dot name, okay, this dot name. I'm going to show you the major reason as to why we do this, okay? So this dot name, okay, like that, So if we run our program, we get this one as undefined because we have not provided it here. So if we provide it here like Rashid, like that, but in form of a string, Rashid, okay, and if we save, we shall get out Rashid, okay, like that. Let me show you something. If we don't do this, okay, and we just do this inside this constructor and we save, we shall get Rashid out. But if we want to use it here, for example here like this, I can speak. Let us get access. Can we get access to that name like this as we did there? Name here. Can we? And if we save, and if we try to call that person dot speak like that, and we save, I see we get nothing. Yeah? Because it is nothing. We cannot get access to it. We cannot get access. Okay. Even if we do this dot name like that, when we have not set it and we do this, we get undefined. As you can see, it is undefined. So we need to come here, and if we want to use it in other functions inside this class, we need to come here and we do this. Okay, we have a certain error, and we come here, this dot name, we set it so that we can use it, this dot name equals to that name, and here come here, this dot age, we come here, we use the age like that, okay? So after doing that, then we need to come here, we can come here, and we can also use it, this dot name, okay? We can use it like that throughout all, okay? So if we save our program, it will work, okay? As you can see, Rashid, and even inside the speak, we can access it like that, okay? So you have seen. So let us look at inheritance, which allows one class to use the properties and methods of another class, okay? So let us create here some classes here. So for example, here we have a person, we have this person can speak, okay? So let us see how, let us look at a person, we have a person. So let us create this one as an animal, okay? So let us change it to be animal, like that, animal here. Let us delete all these ones, we are going to create them from scratch. So this animal has a name, okay, has also age, and this animal can speak, okay? Okay, so that's one. So let us create another class, which is the dog, okay? Class the dog, this dog, okay? This dog is extending, it can extend. Remember, inheritance allows one class to use the properties and methods of another class, okay? So here we use the extends. We are extending what? We are extending animal. No, but before we use it, let me show you something. If we have our class like that, can we use the speak? I say that. As you can see, we get an error. We cannot use the speak. We cannot use the property of the animal class. We cannot. Unless we use the extends. We want to extend the animal, the properties, like the animal. Okay, after extending it, okay, we can now come here like this. We can now come here and we use the speak. Okay, we can now use the speak. Okay, so for example here we can create a function. No, I was showing you this. This one for the speak it will not work. This property, for example here, this is just a method. This is a method. Okay, so we have this property which is the name and the age. Okay, so if we do that, can we access this dot name? Can we access it? As you can see, we get an error here. We get an error. Okay, even if we create our speak, we create a speak here, speak here, a speak function here, we cannot access. If I try to do this this dot name, can we access the name of the animal here? Let us, oh no, let us console.log it out. Copy. So let us console.log it out, console.log out like that, and if we save, we cannot access it. So if we come here and we create a new dog, my dog, this is my dog. We create a new dog, and then we create new dog here like this, and we provide. Should we provide? No, let us provide it. No, let us not provide it. There. Okay, but let us provide it here, like name here, there, like that. Okay, if we do this, as you can see, we cannot use it. But if we do this, we use the we extend animal. We want to use the properties of animals. Okay, so if we do this and we save, you can see we get out the name. Okay, we get out this name. Okay, as you can see, we get out the name. And if we have the age, we can provide the age. Okay, there, here, and we come here and console.log. We want to use this dot age like that for the animal. Okay, so here we get nothing. Why do we get nothing? So the name is the one that is, remember here we created a constructor and here we printed out the name. Okay, so let us create here and we print out the age. Okay, so let us call this one. This code has been run. The constructor has been run. So here, if we don't have this code here, Control Z here, and we save, are you seeing now we are using the constructor, of the animal here. This constructor, we can now use it. As you can see, we can now use it. Okay, we can now use it here. Remember, we have not called the animal. We have just called the dog. We have just created a new dog, and this new dog extends the animal properties. Okay, so we can now use the constructor of the animal inside the dog. Okay, as you can see here. Okay, as you can see here. But here, if we have our speak function here, and we call it down here, we can call it like this, dog. No, my dog dot speak. We want to call a speak like this, and we save. We get the name and the age like that. Okay, so that's it. That's about inheritance. Okay, let us look at another concept, which is encapsulation. Okay, all these are terms used in object-oriented programming, and the major concepts we use in object-oriented programming. Okay, so encapsulation means hiding details and exposing only what is necessary. For example, we use the private fields in GS. Okay, so let us come here and we use it. Okay, let us come here and we use it. So here we have let us create a new class. Let us delete all these ones. Let us create a new class. So new class, because we want to use encapsulation. We use to hide details, and expose only what is necessary. We are going to create a bank account. Okay, this is necessary for if you want to hide some data. Okay, so here we can have the deposit and have the deposit. Then here we should pass in the amount there, okay. So here we can create this dot hashtag. Okay, here we use the hashtag. So let us use hashtag. Here we use hashtag balance. Okay, balance which is plus or equals to the amount, this amount here. But here we need to create this balance. Okay, balance like this, balance. Okay, like that. Okay, we use this hashtag there. Okay, so don't forget that. Use the hashtag, then the balance, we access this balance, then we say that it is equals to that amount, okay. So after doing that, then we can come here and we get the balance. Okay, we want to get the balance. Okay, balance, get the balance like that. Like that, then we need to return, let us return this dot hashtag balance like that. Okay, let us return that. Okay, so after doing that, let us come down here and we create a new account. We create a new account like this, new account, then new bank account. We are creating a bank account. Okay, new bank account. Okay, like that. Okay, like that. Okay, so after doing that, let us now access in our account dot, let us first deposit. How much are we depositing? Let us deposit $100 there. Okay, then we want console.log. Let us console.log, we get the balance. Okay, we want to get the balance. So console.log, let us get the balance from our account. Okay, so in our account we want to get the balance like that. Okay, like that. If we do this, as you can see, we get not a number. We get this one, which says that it is not a number. Okay, as you can see. So how can we get this one? So here we have this one, get the amount, get this one. So here we are getting a certain piece of error instead of getting amount. Where is the error coming from? So here we need to initialize, we forgot to initialize it like that. So let us set it to be 0 like that, and let us access it like this. So we get 100. Okay, we are able to access it like this. So we are able to access it like this. Okay, so here we can this encapsulation help us hide the details and expose only what is necessary. Okay, which is necessary. This one is the one that is necessary. Okay, so that's how we can use encapsulation. So let us look at another concept, which is polymorphism. So polymorphism means the same method name can work differently depending on the object. It can work different depending on the object we're using. Okay, so here we can come here, down here. Let us delete all these ones. Let us create a shape. Let's create shape, a certain piece of shape. Then here, down here, we can create this shape. Can have area, can have be having the area. This area, let us return a 0 there. Okay, so then down here we can create a circle which is going to extend our shape. Okay, so let us create a circle, and this circle, it is going to extends our shape. Okay, but it is better to create these ones to be in upper cases when you are creating a class. These ones, the first letters to be in uppercase. Okay, like this one, like that. Okay, like that. Okay, so here we can create a constructor like that. Then this constructor, it can take in the radius. Oh, what's happening? Control Z, and take in the radius. Okay, can take the radius. So this radius, we want to use it. Here we use the super keyword. Okay, we use the super keyword. Okay, so let me show you how you can use this one. Okay, so this super keyword, use it like this, this one like that, then here we can get access to this one, this dot radius, which is equals to our radius. Okay, it's equals to our radius. Okay, radius. Don't care about this super, but just know here we need to use it. Yeah? You will get to know all these ones in the advanced JavaScript course. Okay, this is just for beginner. You need to know everything, how to use them. Okay, so here I'll explain them later. So here we have the radius, and here we can create even the area. Okay, so here we can get the area. Let us create the area. So in this area, here we want to return. Here we can access math. It is just a built-in module. It is a built-in method. Built-in method that we can use. Okay, in JavaScript. It is like a module, built-in module in Python. If you have ever worked in Python, we call it module. Okay, so here we can access the pi. Then this pi, as you know, pi is a very large number, 3.14 something. Okay, so here we can access pi. Then we want to multiply pi with this dot radius, our radius. Okay, we multiply pi by the radius, then another radius. Remember, we are squaring. Yeah? We are squaring r squared. Okay, so here we have another radius. So this dot radius like that. Okay, like that. Okay, so after doing that, then here down here, let us create another class. So class, let us create a square. What is the sp square? Is it square? Yeah, square like that, I think so. So here, this is class. So here, after doing this one, so let us now extend the shape. Okay, let us extend our shape like that. Okay, so let us extend the shape, extend this. So extend the shape. Okay, like that. So inside this shape, we can have the constructor. The constructor, and this constructor, inside this constructor, we are going to provide the sides. The side. Okay, so here we can use the super keyword, this one. Okay, so here we can even forget about this. Okay, so this dot, we can access the side. So we set it to be equals to the side. I'm going to show you everything. So after doing that, here we create it. It also has the area. It has the area. Okay, inside this area we can return. Let us return this dot side. Okay, then we multiply by the side in order to get the area. Multiply by this dot side like that. Okay, so here, after doing that, we can come here and we create a constant, which is for the shape. Okay, for the shape, and here we can create a new circle here. This is where the very concept, the very important concept comes in here. So here we pass in the radius, which is 5, and here we can create another one, new. Okay, new square. We can even create a new square right here. Okay, new square, and this new square takes in the side, which is the 4. Okay, 4 centimeters, 4 meters, like that. Okay, so after doing that, we can now come here and we say shapes. We can give them, these are the shapes. So shape here, we need to, let us say that they are shapes. They are shapes. Then these shapes we want to loop through all of them. So for each shape, we want to get access to that shape. Okay, to that shape, and then we use the arrow function here, and we want to console.log. We want to console.log out the area. Okay, so the area, remember this area is returning this one, and in order to access the returned value, we need to console.log that function. Okay, and it will return that value. Okay, so here we console.log, here we get shape.area, we access the area like that. Okay, so after doing that, and we save our program, we get 78.5 5398163 blah 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 like that, which is the area of the sunk. Okay, and then here we get the area of the square. Okay, like that. Okay, so in summary, we have covered object-oriented programming in programming in JavaScript. We have created objects. We have seen the this keyword function. We have seen the prototypes. We have created classes using ES6. We have seen inheritance, encapsulation, and polymorphism. So when you master object-oriented programming in JavaScript, you will write cleaner, more maintainable, and more powerful code. So please learn how to use these classes, most especially for these ones, the class. Okay, the classes. Okay, the way of creating objects. Please learn this one. Please, I encourage you. Okay.